Hey everybody, this is Calvin Waite. I trade crypto for a living. I'm not a registered or licensed financial advisor, planner, or broker, so nothing on this channel should be taken as a recommendation to buy or sell. I also trade all of these things, so I probably have a vested interest in there. But there's plenty of entertainment value and lots of education, so this will be awesome. For those of you who didn't know, my subscription channel is live. So look at the link in the description over at cryptoinfluencers.com and you can see how I make all of my trades and what I do and what I think about everything. This channel is for more hypothetical and looking at trends, and the other one is for actual trading, so you might be interested in that. Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. It is a good day. Things are quite interesting on the market. Currently we're pretty flat, but our stock market just closed. And so anyway, I figured it was good timing to see if I could take a look at our markets. Just remember that Wednesdays are the live stream day. So definitely try to make it into your calendar, 12:30 tomorrow, Mountain Time. We'll be doing a live stream. Come with questions or comments. I always appreciate a little bit more dialogue, which is always fun. So, and then finally, if you haven't subscribed at cryptoinfluencers.com, definitely do that. The free channel's right here, and then the pro channel's here. I guess if you go to the website, it's a little bit, you kind of have to look a little bit further, but I'm around here. There you go, right here. So anyway, let's hop in here and start talking about our Bitcoin action today. So we are definitely in pullback mode. Today we are kind of in shock. Markets don't like to go one direction, especially when there's so much extra sentiment going around in the news. I know we've got CPI readings and things coming up, so there's always something, but there's really not much correlation in the stock market. This is the 1 minute chart on bottom, and day's been pretty flat all the way across the board. Bitcoin and Ethereum have both been trying to move to the upper ranges, but let's go ahead and look at our daily close from yesterday. So day 2 in the yellow zone completed last night. And we are 4 hours away from finishing day 3 in the yellow zone. So we are definitely exiting. We're no longer in the green zone. We're pulling back. Yesterday's candle was a little bit bigger than normal. It was only 2.68%. So we've definitely seen worse. But I think this pullback was kind of an acknowledgement that we lost our 50 for sure. Today we're kind of going a little bit neutral because we've had 3 pretty strong candles in a row moving us down, and today is kind of an indecision / this can be a reversal candle. So this could be a resting candle just because of the amount of moves that we've done. Since we've lost the 50, there are a couple of things that have not broken. So yesterday's close landed right at 27,668. Our lowest low is 27,262. So what we have is we have a move from the bottom. We have a high, a low, a high, a low. These are all higher. This low is higher than this low. So we have increasing moves to the upside. This is our first lower high, but we do not have a lower low yet. So this bull trap became a double bull trap, and we are pulling back, but this change in momentum won't be official until we get a close below this bottom here. So this will mark a definite line in the sand that we have fully shifted into lower highs and lower lows. So if we don't get that and we come back up, this is just ranging. We're just ranging because there's nothing definitive to point at to say that our momentum has completely shifted. Bulls are exhausted, but the bears have not taken over yet. Well, the last 3 days, bears have made a pretty strong move, and I don't think they're done. Even with today being a quiet day, what can happen, especially on a market that is a little bit too overbought is you can take a rest and then pull up and find resistance on the underside of the levels that we just broke. So there is a chance that we have a reversal candle, we get a day or two that pulls us up into the 50 before we finish this move. But there's a couple of reasons why we haven't seen a huge sell-off quite yet. Number one is that we're still putting in higher lows. So that means there's not enough fear in this market. There's not enough people on board with a full panic. This is a reversing, retracement. This feels like consolidation. So there's not enough fear in these moves. There's a pretty solid directional move, but it's not enough to create that fear. And then this level, and now this level might be a little weaker because, to be honest, we hit it a few times with some candle wicks here, but we missed here, and we haven't seen it since. So there's probably a case that this line is now moved to the bottom of this. So yeah, I don't know. I won't move it just because it's been on the chart for a long time. But there is kind of an invisible potential line of support that's emotional right here, and we have not yet touched that either. So we're staying away from this. If we break down below this, that's where the fear will come in. Because if you take off all of the lines and colors and you just look at a raw chart, this has not broken yet. There's no breaking that the bears have taken a swing yet. We definitely had a nice solid bottom here where we had consolidated. When we finally broke it, it was a quick move, and then we found a reversal candle down at the bottom. But we have nothing like that here. All we have is a slight slope upwards on the tails of these. And so, if this 3-day move to the downside was rough for you, just wait, because it's going to get even rougher. The fear doesn't set in until we drop down below. If we lose this wick here, so that there's absolutely, like, we're not in the range of anything, this is free fall territory until we hit these wicks here. So you take off all of the noise, and this chart's very, very cleanly looking for a drop. In our most basic level, so I'm just going to, I'll leave off the other charts. I'm just going to draw one line to show you where a likely outcome is. This is a line that we've never crossed. It would be from this bottom here to this bottom here. It's the red. It's the red candle that I'm after. You can't be exactly on the red because we have a close up here. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it in a line so that if you change this to a line chart, I'm capturing these tips. And so this is a likely place to find a target. So there are a lot of targets. There's targets everywhere because we have so many levels going on. Let me bring back the averages. So we have the 200-week moving average, which is huge. We have our 100-day, so we've got two major averages in the same location. This could potentially be a strong place for support. I don't think it would be a very good intraday support. I bet we would wick down and find this as a candle body close support. But even that, it feels a little high. When you take off all the colors and all of the lines, that's pretty high. This is our bottom line trend. It's all the way down here. So if we were to plummet to this immediately, it's below 24. By the time we actually hit it, it'd probably be above 24 or something. But these are the types of numbers that we'd be hitting for a monthly support. So anyway, don't let this little calm candle confuse you, or if it even pulls up a little bit, this move is unwinding, and it's not there yet. We haven't actually seen a fear drop yet. We've just pulled back a little bit, and in this formation, it's more like that we are ranging sideways. My personal opinion, I think we will drop off. And when that happens, we're going to see longer candles. There will be more fear in the market than what we've seen in the last few days. People are just generally grumbly and depressed about a pullback. The fear has not entered yet. So anyway, we all have that to look forward to. But yeah, that's kind of the way I'm reading this, the temperature of this market. There is something really cool that we drew on this chart back in January or February. I don't know if you remember when we were looking at the bearish divergence. We were watching bearish divergence a while ago. I'm going to remove this off just because I don't want to get too many things going on. I mean, we already have a lot of stuff going on here. This one is broken. This line has definitely broken, and we probably won't see the underside of this for a while. So I'm gonna let that go. This range we've had on for a while. This was our bull trap range, so I'll just leave those on. These ones are our longer term. I think they were. Oh yeah, this one might be monthly. So anyway, I'll leave the rest. But when we were putting in higher highs here, we were putting in lower highs on the RSI. So we had a bearish divergence happening. Well, I completely forgot about the line because we had drawn it right across the tips of this, and we were very scientific about putting it exactly right where it belongs. I'm talking about these lines here. Take a look at this. This is very, very curious. This is our same line. I'm gonna make this a little bigger so you can appreciate this. Like, this is phenomenal. So we drew this line way back here. You can see where I started here and I ended here. And then we watched the market play with this, and we kind of got out of range, and it almost didn't seem like it made any sense. But look at this. Resistance on the line here, a pop up above, and then we found support on this side. And then we kind of danced around up here, pulled back through a little resistance, and then pulled back up again. But look what's happening. Our declining line, so this is no longer bearish divergence, because the direction of our slope is starting to match the direction of our move. So this is a resolution to the bearish divergence. But you can see in the RSI that the RSI is showing us that we're riding our trend line down, and it's actually it's showing us the path down towards this bear market move. So very, very interesting how this line actually kind of showed this support move where we had this section above our line, and now we're starting to get weaker and we're following our trend all the way down to the bottom. Once this hits oversold territory, it's going to be buy city. This is going to be definitely a place to be moving towards, but pretty fun. I didn't even notice that until yesterday, and you can kind of see how clean that line is looking at support and resistance levels all the way through here. So anyway, very, very, very curious. All right. Yeah, the rest of the market has been pretty quiet. Today's been a quiet day. Because of that, our Ethereum or our Bitcoin dominance dropped a little bit. Ethereum's showing a little bit more strength. When the market is quiet, alts wake up a little, but let's be honest, alts have been getting killed lately. This is our altcoin dominance. This is our microcap dominance index, and it is very ugly. This could be an inside bar though, so this could be a reversal. But I don't expect alts to just suddenly be strong when Bitcoin drops off the edge of the cliff. So we might have one more emotional, violent move down, and then a lot of the alts and a lot of the other things will probably be ready for a turnaround. So that's kind of the way I'm reading that. This is Ethereum to Bitcoin. So Ethereum is outpacing Bitcoin, and we do have a reversal happening. Beautiful support off of the 50 as we curl around. Our 9's about to cross our 20, and we've exited the red zone. So this could be an area where Ethereum's going to start outpacing. If Bitcoin drops really fast, it's likely that Ethereum will drop too. It just may not drop as fast. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. So between all of that, this market is getting interesting. We've been hovering pretty flat today. But Ethereum is definitely in a yellow zone as well. We've dropped below our major points, and this level of resistance has not broken. We, in fact, got a really long tail off of it when we touched it. So Ethereum's just not quite ready to break. But you can see that Ethereum has the same problem. We've got this is our extreme low, higher low, and then I don't know, this may or may not, I don't know if you count this one, but this one's not quite there. And then you've got this move. This one is sort of technically a move down, but in the broad scheme where we've had this high move here and then this high move here, we're still kind of sloping upwards. So until we get a close below this line, Ethereum won't have a drop yet. And so there's a lot of question marks still going on in the minds of traders. And once a close happens below this, that's when the real panic will come. We'll get a nice solid foothold. I'm expecting this to not last too long, and then we'll be ready for our next move up, because our fundamentals are phenomenal on Ethereum. So all we need is just a healthy little pullback to gain some support. We did such a good job creating this level with all of the resistance throughout here, and then we took a lot of time to confirm it as support. This got a little more choppy, so this is not going to hold as well. But if we came back down to just tip our hats to this level here, we could really move on up and get out of here. So yeah, markets are looking pretty good today. Overall, things are pretty quiet, but I still feel like it's the calm before the storm. These charts have not turned over, so definitely be anticipating that. All right, tomorrow we're going to check out things a little bit deeper, and we'll get some questions, maybe look at some alts that you're watching. There's not a lot to really read on these alts because nothing's happening except for one thing. I guess I should at least acknowledge the Bitcoin mempool is insane right now. If I go back 30 days, these are the unconfirmed transactions that are piling up in the basement of Bitcoin. And ever since April 5th, the number of transactions has skyrocketed. And so people are putting higher and higher fees to get their transactions through in the next 10 minutes. And so our fees are way higher than they've ever been in a long time. And if you have a too low of a fee, you're not going to get your transaction confirmed. And we haven't confirmed the green area, which is about just below 20 or 30. 30 Satoshis per byte have not confirmed for a couple of days. So people are having to really pony up if they want a Bitcoin transaction to go through. It's pretty wild. And because Bitcoin is so congested, and it's from those Bitcoin NFTs and Orioles and whatever they're doing, the side effect from that is that the old Bitcoin forks are pumping. I never would have guessed. I would have never seen this happening, but Bitcoin Cash was one of the few that had a green day. Everything else sold off, and it was up 7% today. And it turned around. And then, of course, Bitcoin SV had a crazy day, 28% yesterday. So some of these forks from Bitcoin that they forked because they thought Bitcoin wasn't scalable. And so since Bitcoin is not scalable right now, these forks got all excited. I still think this is a money grab. This is probably not a sustained move, but just funny to see how markets are reacting to some of the stuff that's going on in the markets today. All right, I'll leave you there though. I'm looking forward to talking to y'all tomorrow. We'll see ya. Thanks for making it to the end of my video. Make sure you keep those trades small. Don't force a trade. Don't get impatient. And if you want to see how all this works, please come over and check me out on the subscription channel at cryptoinfluencers.com. Again, the link is in the description.